Could have raised from Julian with the ace-queen. Gregory Tillman calling with 6-5, and what a flop for 6-5 of hearts. What an action flop, my gosh. A raise here from Marchu. Simpson's got 9-8 suited. It's a hand that you might want to play, but it's against the chip leader. You are in position, and Ian's going to take a shot. He's going to call. And I think against other players, maybe Ian decides to 3-bet that hand. Against the chip leader, he just calls and flops the nuts. It's an easy game. Are you kidding me? Look at this flop. Alexandra has flopped top pair with the ace, and Ian Simpson has flopped the absolute stones. Marchu is going to check. Ian Simpson not going to check. I think a lot of recreational players tempted to check this like they want to slow play it. Oh, well, my opponent doesn't have anything. I think against a chip leader, you just bet. Let your opponent make a mistake. Ian bets 1/3 pot. Marchu makes the call. So playing the hand a little bit cautiously with ace-jack. Beautiful turn card if you're Ian Simpson. Not so good if you're Alexandru. Ian went small on the flop. He bet 1/3 pot. Here he goes more than pot on the turn. He goes 70 into 60. Wow. He moved all in. Ian Simpson can't lose the hand. Alexandru is drawing dead.
Amazing. What a pot. It's a huge pot.
Yeah.
Huge pot.
Yeah, a little bit of a mistake.
Ian Simpson's probably going to be chip leader in the tournament.
That is why you call the raise at 9-8. How about top two versus an overpair?
Cooler flop.
And again, we talk about these wet boards. The player doesn't have a ton of chips. I mean, if you're Gusti, I just don't know how you get away from it. And frankly, you shouldn't. There are times in poker where you're just supposed to go broke.
I mean, he's not dead. He's got outs, but...
You know, your opponent flops something really good, and you're not supposed to get away from it. A diamond on the turn, though, that is not a good card, and you can see Gusti's equity down to 18% now. Clean run out, and the 8-6, the flop 2 pair for Alan Sizimaru, holds up. Interesting flop here. Gusty Sauce with top 2. Alan Sizimaru
for everyone.
The flush draw.
Something for everyone. Crazy.
Yeah. This is about as action as you're going to get. Gusty betting 38,000. Talman makes the call. Dragon's going to let it go.
I think it's shove here. He won't, but...
Absolutely.
But it's a really nice spot to shove. They never do live, or very rare.
Gregory Tillman has now picked up a straight draw to go along the top pair. Gusty's queen 10 is still good, and Sizimaru has picked up a pair of 9s to go along with his flush draw.
I don't understand this bet sizing at all on this board.
Right.
I mean, there's 2 other players. It's such a connected board. You're basically giving immediate odds for any straight draw, any flush draw. Either check if you don't want to bet it, but I mean, you know, you do want to bet it, so bet big.
Pot's got 363,000. The river's a blank. Maybe he just knew the river was going to be a blank and he wanted the extra action. I don't know. And now he checks. Why are you checking now? Nick is pained by that.
It's quite hard to watch.
Bet really small on the turn when your opponents almost definitely have big draws. But then when the perfect river card comes off, then don't bet at all. If I was Daniel Freeze here, I'm just moving all in. I mean, it's going to be the same effect in this exact spot, but I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with, you know, shoving 23, 24 big blinds, the ace king, especially as you get close to the money. You don't really want the action, you know? Whoa. And Ian does move all in, and Daniel is kind of, you know what, I stand corrected because Daniel has induced this, but I don't know if you want it, though. I mean, this is a great situation, obviously. You're 72% double up. You're also not going to cash 28% of the time now. A 7 chops it up. A deuce wins it for Ian. Otherwise, Daniel will double up. And this is a big pot. 546,000 in there. Ooh. A 3, a 7 to tie it. A 5 or a deuce to win it for Ian. It's the jack of clubs to clean run out. And Daniel Freeze has just doubled up to 546,000. And Ian Simpson, who had just tons of chips, is now down to 260,000. Could have raised from Julian with the ace-queen. Gregory Tillman calling with 6-5, and what a flop for 6-5 of hearts. What an action flop, my gosh. I mean, Julian with ace-queen, and Gregory Tillman with just an absolute crazy flop. Tillman doesn't wait much time. He moves all in. Dragon makes the call with ace queen. This is kind of just a hand that plays itself. Once that flop comes out, I don't think there's any question the chips are going to go in. Pro move. He's already picked up his jacket, got his water. He's walking away. He thinks he's drawing dead. He's not drawing dead, but wait a second. He is not out of the woods, though, because Dragon's got the queen of hearts. And you can see that, that Dragon really frustrated by that.